host, RJ Bass III, and this guy is our guest today. What's your name?
Rafael Cortez.
Are you Italian or Mexican?
Mexican.
Well, why is your first name Rafael? It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There were 7 Rafaels. I don't think we had options at the beginning. Yeah, everything else was taken.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
What do you do in real estate?
Real estate wholesale. And
you wholesale?
Yeah, and I coach real estate.
You also coach it? So you suck so bad at wholesaling you decided to coach?
Yeah, a little bit of both, yeah.
That's what I did too.
Yeah, I know.
Except I actually did deals. Do you ever do deals?
Yeah, I did one.
Where do you do deals?
One deal in 2003. Killed it.
You're like Steve Train.
Killed it. I know him very well. We actually did that deal together. It wouldn't have closed otherwise.
Yeah. So where do you do deals? Anywhere in the United States? Or?
So Arizona, Florida, Texas, Indianapolis, a couple other places.
Okay.
Cali, Nevada, yeah.
Texas, Florida, good. Yeah. Arizona, sucks.
Yeah, I like it.
Super hard out there.
Yeah, it is.
You live there?
Yeah, I do. I'm based out of Phoenix.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that you're always in someone else's office?
Yeah.
Every time I've seen you, you're in someone else's office.
Yeah.
Granted, it's been the same office. That office has like been sold back and forth between Batch and Brent Daniels how many times?
I don't know, 7 at least.
7. Has Pace owned it at any? Have you owned it at any point?
No, I'm always visiting. Yeah, I'm a professional squatter. That's one thing I don't like to talk about.
Do they make you pay rent?
No.
They don't?
No.
I
live outside in the parking lot.
It's there because you create content with Brent, right?
Yeah.
So when did that partnership begin?
We've been collaborating, since 2019, 20?
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Was he just trying to diversify? Was he too white?
Yeah, I think so. There was affirmative action was really strong at the time, so they had to have a Mexican friend.
That makes sense because you bring zero value to that show.
Yeah,
like when I was on the podcast, it was like, I think I actually said it. I know it was live, but it got edited out. I said, what the fuck is Rafael here
When
for?
we started doing closed captions on when I was talking, that's when it started landing right.
Yeah, makes sense. So why are you on the show though?
It's just collaboration back and forth. I'm really good at systems and processes. So
you are?
So yeah.
Talk to me about that. What's the difference between a system and a process?
A system is something that you come in, replicate, duplicate, and actually blow up in terms of plugging it in different places.
So you don't know.
A process.
You have no idea.
A process is how you put the whole thing together. So,
oh, okay. Yeah. That's what a system and a process is. So explain to me how do you? What's your system on how to close a seller? I picked that for a reason.
Yeah.
How do you talk?
Would you buy these?
I did not buy these actually. These were bought by someone else because I won them.
I've seen them on Amazon.
Yeah. They don't hold any water.
Send me a link.
Still,
need one.
Yeah. So talk to me about how you talk to sellers. What's your system?
So
or is that a process?
No. It's actually a conversation. Yeah.
So really what you're good at is not applicable to the most important thing. So talk to me how you have conversations.
So, the first thing is it's always going to be, we pre-qualify the leads, pretty good before they get to actual acquisitions.
Me too. I say, do you have a house you want to sell?
Yeah, that's important.
Super easy to pre-qualify them.
That's important.
Yeah.
Once we figure that out, we go into that, the whole discovery conversation. I qualify based on 4 pillars.
What are you trying to discover?
What the pain point is, what the problem is, how can I help them, how can I be of value?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So when you ask them that, do you just ask them?
No. Break it down into condition, timeline, motivation, and price.
So the 4 pillars.
The 4 pillars. There's a flow of conversation that goes into it. It's very methodical. You wouldn't understand.
You're very methodical?
Yeah.
It's amazing. So through the 4 pillars, you go through this. You're discovering their pain and motivation. Then what happens?
Depending on where they're at, we'll do a wholesale offer, a creative financing offer, whatever, deal structure works for the seller at that point.
Do you go see the house before you do that?
No, we do a lot of sight unseen offers. Especially in those virtual markets, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Like Amazon.
Yeah.
What about Brent? What does he do? Does he go see the houses?
Yeah, I think no, he's also doing virtual appointments too.
Really?
A lot of these.
He's upgraded?
They do face-to-face appointments in Phoenix as well.
He was old school.
Yeah.
He was very against that.
Yeah.
He was like VHS, like hanging on for dear life. Like, bro, it's 2024.
Hey, some of the best experiences are
All
tied
right.
to VHS.
So you sight unseen. One of the biggest fears that people have about sight unseen virtual wholesaling is the seller lies about the condition. How do you deal with that?
Trust but verify, set up upfront expectations. I mean, this is where we're going. One thing that I do, it's worked well. I have a little punch list. Make it super simple when I'm having a conversation with the seller. Everything's subjective, right? But if you ask them, hey, give me on a rating of 1 to 10, how good the kitchen is. Oh, it's an 8. The room. Oh, it's a 9, a 7, a 6, whatever. And then we walk the property.
Like, for example, real quick.
It looks like shit.
Let's pause you for a second. Like on your show with Brent.
Yeah.
Rate yourself 1 to 10. How would you rate yourself?
12.
Yeah, exactly. See, everything's subjective.
Yeah.
Like you're a full gut rehab, bro. Like you just need better looks, better value.
I'm just there for the affirmative action thing. I thought we said
when you look at the title,
you
it's
keep
like
going back to
Rafael Cortez. You think it's going to be this strappingly good-looking Latin
to the same thing. The affirmative action got established.
Oh my God! And then you pop up.
Yeah.
You got Johnny Bravo.
Well.
And you.
And Speedy Gonzalez, is that what you're going to say? Yeah, I know you were thinking it.
Well, I wasn't going to say it because, on camera, the height, it doesn't really show up. But, all right.
We got stools.
So you trust but verify. You're like, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, from 1 to 10, rate your kitchen. And they're like, 7. They always say 7, right?
Yeah, around 7-ish.
Right.
And you show up and it's a 2 because it's totally messed up. I mean, then we'll have that conversation and go back to the drawing board when it comes to numbers.
So when you explain it to them, like, Mrs. Seller, your 7 is my 2. How do they take that? How do you get them to understand that the avocado green tile is not a 7, ma'am?
Yeah.
How do you get them to accept that?
I mean, the conversation there really turns kind of pragmatic, right? Like you still want to make friends and whatnot, but we revert to higher authority. Yeah. I mean, listen, my underwriting kicked it back. We took a look at the pictures. This is what's happening. So my acquisition guys are not necessarily the bad guys there. They're still, working with them and in the team, and we usually end up getting price reductions because of just a logical approach to the conversation.
It makes complete sense. On that note.
Yeah.
My executive producer has actually told me that you are no longer qualified to be on Brent Daniels' YouTube channel anymore. Like you are not qualified to be on there.
Is it the closed caption?
It's honestly
Subtitles?
Everything that you bring. Well, actually, everything that you don't bring to the table.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're gonna have to ask you to shut down your wholesaling coach company.
I don't know.
What is that called? What do you call it?
The REI Wholesaling Academy. REIwholesaling.com.
REI Wholesaling Academy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Are you new?
It's very high level.
Are you new?
Yeah, no.
How long have you been coaching?
I started consulting actually in 2017, coaching group.
2017?
2019 and 20, yeah.
Have you ever had a student?
Yeah, I've had 3.
3? Dude, Pace Morby is shaking in his boots.
I'm coming in fast, Pace.
He's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Rafael's coming in for my Latino students.
No, I've had hundreds of students throughout the years. The group coaching started in 2020.
You've never had hundreds of students.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
All right, Rafael.
Verified social security numbers. Unlike the belts here.
Yeah. The belts are. Have you ever accomplished anything like this before?
You even bought something on eBay?
I did not buy these.
I bought shoes. They were really cool shoes.
Let's get back to you.
I don't know if they were real though. Yeah.
This is the most important question, okay? Do not fumble it. You've done fairly decent to this point, which is saying a lot for you.
Thank you.
What's your biggest accomplishment in life?
Family. Bam!
What are you talking about? Family?
Yeah.
Everyone has a family.
It's my biggest accomplishment. I don't know what you want me to say.
You just literally.
I'm not going to say my business because I can sell that shit and do another business tomorrow.
That's mom.
Fulfillment is my biggest accomplishment.
But you didn't say fulfillment. You said family.
Family. Haven't you seen Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
Like how happy do they look? Because of family.
They don't. They look miserable. They're always running from someone.
But they're going fast all the time. And that puts...
So when you say family, are we talking about wife?
Yeah, wife and kids.
Kids?
Yes. Yes, it is.
This is your biggest accomplishment.
Well...
How'd you meet your wife?
Back in college.
Right.
Yeah.
back in college.
Do you want to tell my story? Or should
I
tell
just
my
want
story?
to. You met your wife,
Yeah.
and then you dated for how long?
Couple of years. Actually, no, we dated for a long time because
very
we got
long
married.
time.
Yeah, from 2007, moved in together 2007. 2013, we got married. So we were,
6 years.
yeah. So, I mean, we were living together, just not married. And then, yeah, we've been together since 07.
So you lacked closing skills back then. Took you
Yeah.
6 years,
I made it up in real estate, though.
right? And then how many kids have you had?
3. Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Rafael Cortez took 6 years to close his wife. He's pumped 3 kids in her in how long?
Yeah.
9 years?
No,
10?
you're
11?
really bad at math.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. That's Rafael Cortez. Give us a like.